Right now, they market hip-hop as a thug thing. Like, yeah, I bust a cap and I push keys and me and my Lex and my Tech 9. And so, you know, the B-boys left out.
The heads would not understand if I told them the importance of breaking culturally. It is over their head.
No doubt, because you got a lot of new kids in there. They don't know about old school, or they claim to be old school. They be fronting, you know what I mean?
I can't really say I invented it because it was a couple of us that really invented it in school, 6th, 7th grade.
And because it's a real art form, it lives through the bad times of it.
It's almost like the Bible, you know. Eventually, man, you got to go back to the original scripture and the original language it was written in. And I think that everybody in the East and the West Coast need to redefine our dance and then take control of it again.
And the intensity of b-boying, and then just the intensity of our situation in the ghetto, all of that piled into one. When you look at b-boying, it makes sense. It's like, okay, I can see where this is coming from. It's a lot deeper than just, well, this is fun and I think it may start out as that.
And getting noticed for the culture of it, not because it's a street dance and it's gonna always stay in the streets.
I think people need this. There's no way you cannot need this in society right now. Coming from the ghetto where everyone thinks it's so negative and we're doing something positive, you know what I'm saying? How can that not become big? Or how can that not become respected in society?
We did the first shows and set the foundation for what has become an industry now. Mm-hmm. And we ain't getting no love. Why is that?
We were known as B-boys.
B-boying is like the ultimate body manifestation of hip-hop. Not only do you have your feet moving, your hands moving, you're using every single part of your body, your head, your neck, your intellect, and also your character.
It's like a charge that I get. It's kind of equivalent to the excitement you get from watching a basketball player coming down. He's about to do an incredible move, and you just, it's like you create this tension and you release it. And visually, it's exciting.
It's an incredible dance. I mean, who in a million years would have thought, like, wow, spinning on your head, or, you know, doing windmills, having your feet kick up and propel. Who would have thought that a person could spin on one hand?
It's not a trend. You cannot say it's a trend anymore. It's a legitimate art form.
Whenever you heard Sex Machine, Just Begun, Apache, for any real b-boy, they would feel it in their body, and it would just make you dance, even if you didn't feel like dancing.
To me, it's about music, and it's about what music does to people. Music is what makes me develop my styles and my moves. The record that comes on makes me feel a certain way, and that's the way I feel when I dance.
Breaking is always, it's hip-hop, straight up. Hip-hop is the name of our creative intelligence.
Hip-hop is a culture that started in the boogie down Bronx.
Hip-hops are different elements dealing with music, rap, graffiti art, B-boys, what you call break boys, or B-girls, what you call break girls, and also dealing with culture and a whole movement dealing with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, as well as peace, unity, love, and fun.
Hip-hop is beautiful to me because it always challenges America's notion of what they believe young, disenfranchised people to be. Like these people, us, who are supposed to be like just the bottom of society, not know anything, not have like one good idea, come up with like breaking.
I think it really started out of a few brothers or sisters that just didn't care what people thought, you know, just responded to these breaks.
Kids with no money, living in the ghetto, living in urban environments, living in the projects, creating a multi-billion-dollar industry.
Hip-hop has progressed from when it was just B-boys and B-girls and DJs and rappers to now an international phenomenon.
All these other rap artists started coming around and started making money. I'm thinking, wait a minute, what about Kool Herc? He was the one who started this whole thing.
Kool Herc is the godfather of hip-hop. When we say of hip-hop, we mean the whole rim of things, because he did graffiti, he brought the music, and his crew did the dancing. So when they say he's the godfather of hip-hop, they actually mean he's the godfather of hip-hop.
Definitely is.
When Kool Herc gave a party, everybody be there.
And if you search the history, anybody would know that the first big DJ was Kool Herc. You know, we used to all go to Herc's parties. We used to dance at Herc's parties. When I was about 5 or 6 years old, I used to listen to Herc play. He used to play at Sedgwick Avenue in the Bronx. I lived in 1600 Sedgwick Avenue in the Bronx, the building right next door. But I could never go. But I would always just keep in the back of my mind this obscure kind of scene that I wanted to be involved in and wanted to be down with. He was starting hip-hop.
We heard the music from way down the block. We heard, you know, Herc had the big speakers. We walked down the block. Closer we got, the louder the bass got. And all we could hear is this tall, light-skinned guy going, "This is DJ Kool Herc, and you always come back for more."
And we used to rent this for $25. Half the party was inside and half was outside. That's how packed it got. Till one summer, I gave the first block party right here between the buildings. And that told me where my career was heading, where the clientele was heading. We couldn't come back here. That was it. That was the birth of hip-hop, man.
Herc used to play a part of a record that had a breakdown in it. And that's why they call the records break beats. Now, it was a part of any record that had a breakdown where all the music dropped out and it was just a beat. And these beats were so hyped and so frantic that when the music dropped out, it was just a beat, everybody would go off.
And I noticed people used to just wait for those particular part of the record. And I started buying 2 records. I started prolonging the records, the breaks. For instance, James Brown was coming to clap your hands, stomp the feet, clap your hands, stomp the feet. I get another one to extend that part. Clap the hands, clap the hands.
We used to always, when we were in a circle, wait for the break of the record. That was it. We would get down to the break of the record.
Because I call that particular part of the music the merry-go-round. Because I'm going to take you the merry-go-round back and forth, giving you no slack.
The break of the record. B, break. We are the B-boys.
The word B-boy originated from Kool Herc.
B-boys really stood for Bronx, or really breaking boys, because, you know, when people would be breaking at the party, you know, starting trouble.
B-boys and B-girls, break beats, break boys, break girls.
I can tell you straight up, the terminology breaking comes from a street terminology. The people just say, "Why you breaking on me? Why my mom's breaking on me? Why you acting crazy?" It really just meant doing above normal.
The DJs used to cut breaks, and the B-boys would break to what? The breaks. So, you know, it's just common sense, man.
You know, when somebody get mad, yo, he's breaking, stop breaking, man. And if Kool Herc says it, it's official.
B-boy, boys that break. It didn't come from breaks on the record. It come from this man, he broke. He went to a point, a breaking point. You understand? So we just use that exaggeration of that term to the dancing. The B-boys, break boys.